What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We back with another interesting one here. We finna talk about some driving. I know Europe, they got a lot of transportation systems and stuff, but I do know that most of the cars, if not all of the cars, are not automatic. They're manual drive, and I do not know how to drive a manual. I ain't gonna lie. I tried. A friend of mine had a Mini Coupe when I was in high school, and I tried to drive that. It was tough. I almost burned out the engine. A lot of control. I think my wife's dad tried to teach me because he actually drives a manual, and he tried to teach me and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I can't. Maybe if I practice more, I could get it. But those only the two experience I had with driving a manual. But I'm straight automatic here. At least now, I think my car can turn into manual mode if I wanted it to, but I don't know how. So we finna see, why do Americans drive automatic transmissions and Europeans don't? I mean, I can tell you. I think it's plain and simple what I just said on why we drive automatics. We don't want to drive manual. I think we want the easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We want things easy, not hard. So, but we finna check this out. Let me know. Do you drive? Do you drive manual? Take transportation? System that y'all have in Europe, but I feel like driving a man. It's not. I don't think it's that hard of a thing. If I practice more, I could get it down. But I like my automatic, not having to worry. So, but let's check this out.
I learned to drive with my mother's Mini,
Mini Coupe.
and when I turned 18, I went to get my driving license.
Mm.
It was a manual transmission car, like 90% of all cars in Belgium, where I
Oh,
live.
snap! 90%.
When I turned 20, my father said I should drive his car to the restaurant we were heading for my birthday dinner. It was an automatic transmission car.
Mm.
A whole new world opened to me. I don't have to shift gears anymore. My left
Yeah.
leg is free. Wow! I
On
didn't think
everything.
about it too much, as I thought it was something additional, a luxury on a higher end car to have, like the Mercedes that my father had.
That's a nice Mercedes, though.
6 months later, I found a company for my international internship in the land of opportunity.
Oh, snap! That was loud. Oh my goodness, that scared me a little bit. My heart kind of jumped and thrived a little bit off there.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. But he said he found. Oh yeah, there's straight automatics
Sorry
here.
about that. A buddy of mine and I rented a car for the first 2 weeks, and the only option available, automatic transmission. Well, okay, no problem. I drove it once, I thought, and we got it. Later on, we bought an old 1991 Toyota
Oh.
Celica GT with automatic transmission. Well, that's odd, we thought. Old car with automatic transmission? In my mind, I'm still associating automatic transition being for luxury cars, so I couldn't place it well.
I feel like that's another. I think the car I drove that my father-in-law had, it was manual, but I think it was like a early 2000 type of Honda or something. But I mean, yeah, I think that's surprising because I feel like back in the day they had a lot more. I feel like they had a lot more manual cars. Cause I feel like I think my parents know how to drive stick. Well, we call it stick. When we have manual, we call it driving stick. That's what we call it. That don't ask me why. That's just the American thing, I guess. I just grew up. That's what I've heard. You drive stick. That's all I heard. You might be like, what is that? That's just what we call it. It's an American thing. You wouldn't understand. But I think my parents, my grandparents, and before them, I feel like they all knew how to drive that. Then when the automatic came, it just went away. It just went away, and you got an automatic car. You just get taught to, all right, use your right leg. You use your right foot to drive. You press here. That's how I knew how to drive because, like they mentioned, you got to use both of your feet. And I was not used to that when I was driving. I was like, dog, this is too much going on in this car. But like I said, if you get used to it, you get. Because I tore my Achilles on my right leg, and I started driving with my left foot, no problem. I know how to drive with both of my feet now. But that was due to injury. But the drive stick, it's a lot of mechanics and works that goes on with that though. It's craziness.
1 month later, during my internship, my boss asks to get something, and I could use his car. When he hands over
he had a stick.
the keys, he says, "Can you drive a manual transmission?" And I was like, yeah, of course, I've got my license. And then he responded, well, this is the States, man. Not everyone can drive it. It got me thinking, what does he mean? Are Americans bad drivers?
We lazy
When I
drivers.
arrived back in the office, I asked my colleagues what kind of transmission they have in their car, and all of them answered with automatic. I was shocked to hear it. And when I said, in Europe most of us drive manual transmission, one colleague responded, why would you? Automatic is easy. Why would anyone take the harder option?
Ain't got no choice.
I went away and did some research and found out the following information. In Europe, 80% of all new cars are manual transmissions,
Dang.
where in the States it's around 5%. An automatic car is, generally speaking, 1,000 to 2,000 euros more expensive.
Oh my god.
The taxes on cars are very high, especially in West Europe and Scandinavian countries, where taxes can be up to 150%.
So it's worth it to learn how to drive. It's worth it to drive manual. That's a lot more money, which makes sense why these cars are so expensive here in the States. I feel like we just see it as a norm. When if it was manual, would it be cheaper in the States? Or since like it's a 5%, I feel like it would. I feel like in the States it will probably be more money to have a manual car, just because it's not a thing. In Europe, it costs more to have automatic. So I feel like it'll be vice versa here because it's not a thing. But that's a lot. That's crazy. 150% tax. That is crazy. That's crazy.
So getting an automatic over there is a huge amount of extra money you'd pay. In most European countries, you pay an additional tax on the engine size and horsepower.
Oh my god.
Which pushes the manufacturers into the smaller and lighter cars section, like an Audi A1 3-cylinder 1 litre, where in the US people tend to get 3 litre V6 or V8 engines. Automatic transmission is heavier than manual, making your car weigh more, which causes more fuel consumption, which is a big no-no for Europeans because the gas prices are significantly higher there. For example.
Oh my gosh, and this makes sense. This makes sense because our gas prices, they up and down. I have seen European gas prices. It's a lot. It is a lot. But just thinking, it's like, even when our gas go up and we have to fill up, people be in the hundreds, 200. I seen somebody fill up at almost $200, and that's crazy. Why we got these freaking big old tanks and engine things?
In the US, a litre, where 1 litre is 0.264 gallons of gasoline, is about 0.81 USD. In Belgium, it's 1.62.
Wow.
UK, it's 1.64. And Italy, it's 1.84. Driving a manual car is harder, and you need to regulate the clutch properly, or you will consume more fuel, which in proportion gets higher if you drive a V6 or V8 US car instead of a V4 Euro car. The maintenance and repair costs of automatic cars are also higher compared with the manual. Europe has a dynamic topography. The continent is dominated by narrower roads, hilly areas, crowded cities, and bumpy terrains. Driving through the roads of Europe thus calls for ultimate driving experience with manual transmissions. Moving the gears up and down is more common when driving through the countryside area, hence manual offers seamless acceleration around the corners. To summarise, the differences are mostly economical and geographical reasons, not really the way how people like to drive. What do you think will happen in the future?
Flying
will the trend keep on going?
Oh shoot!
Or will we see a change because of electrical vehicles? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked the video, please drop a like. And if you disliked it, then drop a dislike.
He said don't drop. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We might be flying, or we might not be. As time goes on, like my children, grandchildren may be flying. I don't know, but I mean, at this point, we're going to electric cars now. Mostly, I never drove a Tesla. I don't even know if it's automatic or manual at all. So, but I do know gas is going out the window for sure. So, but this is always interesting. Now I need to see the comparison of the electric cars because I know someone. Shout out to my guy Chris Reefer in Norway. He does car reviews in Norway, so might have to ask him because I know the cars are just they're gonna evolve, and now more companies they seen Tesla. I feel like, and now I feel like every car company now getting their own electric car. We getting electric stations, so gas finna go out the window. Electric cars are finna be the thing in the next couple of years. I feel I might have an electric car in the next couple of years. I don't know. That's just because of the times. That's the times we living in. But if you got an electric car, at least you saving on the gas. Cause I think you have a portable charging station and stuff. I know a guy in my neighborhood right now. He got a Tesla and he just charge it, at his home. Charging it. He can go hit the road, do what he got to do, come home. And once he done, let that thing charge. So it seems very convenient. I feel like here in America, we do a lot of things that are very convenient. Hint, hint, automatic. I love my automatic though, so I could drive manual. I just gotta learn it. But that's all I have for this video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.